Good, it's a difficult question. Linda just asked me how many machine shops do you have CAM today, and when I would say in Germany, about 85 to 90% of the companies have already a CAM system.
And worldwide, do you know?
I don't know. Let's ask the guys. The experts are in the room.
Who can answer this question? Can you answer? He's busy, okay.
All right, guys, let's go. So, I would like to start, first of all, to thank the Summit Family for making this beautiful event happening. It's always a breeze to see all of you. And, you know, what an amazing party we had yesterday. And it was just a pre-party. So let's see what we can do today. Talking about SolidCAM Germany always means talking about growth. Since 29 years, SolidCAM GmbH put all the efforts into growing, into scaling. And there was one guy I would like to really thank you, which is Gerhard. He's sitting right there. He hired me back in the time, and it was actually happened in a restaurant. It was like a 2-minute talk, and then he told me, Michael, you are hired, and everything else is history. So 29 years of growth, what does it mean? And I would like to ask you a question, and this question goes mainly to the German team. So how many % of the German companies do you think achieve a turnover of over 10 million euros? German team, try to answer me. Something. 4%, no, it's way too high. So only 1.5% of the German companies achieve to have a turnover more than 10 million euro. So growing this company, growing our company is hard in a competitive market as we are in. But it's doable when you have the right talented people, you have the right powerful tool that we all know is the SolidCAM. So let's talk about SolidCAM GmbH, because of course I would like to introduce to you what we have achieved in the last couple of years. And I always start my presentation to show you how small Germany actually is. Because the first time I was in Texas and I was staring outside my hotel room, I was like, come on, how big the US really is. I was flying from New York to Texas, and all you see for hours is fields, farms, and all of a sudden you are in Texas. And so I put Germany into perspective and compared it to actually just Texas. And when we put it side by side, and I guess the US team knew it already, it's half the size of Texas. What does it mean? Why I'm showing you this comparison? The things we are doing in Germany are not meant to work everywhere in the world. But if we collaborate and we put all the best things together, we can truly achieve what we want to do. So SolidCAM Germany, as we have heard many times, 7 offices. I will go quickly through it. And we have established a complete new technology center in Schrambeck. So what we did is we knocked down walls. We completely redid it because you always have to go with the time, right? So we actually pushed out the storage of our bookkeepers. I'm glad they are not here today. Let's have a walk through our technology center in Schrambeck. So having this awesome technology centers enables us so much opportunities. We're doing customer live events. We are doing live cutting events. Last year, actually this year, we had for the first time our additive meets CNC event. And it was so awesome to hear that all our customers want to learn more. They are visiting us because they trust us and they know we can tell them how the future of manufacturing looks like. SolidCAM GmbH in the moment, and it's not just GmbH, it's SolidCAM Germany with Switzerland and Austria, we serve over 4,000 customers. And it's a really tough thing to do when you have 4,000 customers that you need to make happy day by day. And it takes a lot of work of our team, of our beautiful team in Germany, to keep the subscription rate higher than 75%. And what we learned from Linda and Natalie, having this high subscription rate is enabling us to invest more in research to push our software to the next level. Educations, as we all know, the customers of tomorrow, we are happy to have more than 440 educational institutes, universities, vocational school, apprenticeship centers. These are the ones who go later to the machine shop, and they know us by them already. They know that SolidCAM works, and they will tell their boss Nan to invest in SolidCAM. Linda hinted something in her first presentation. It was not really correct because we are hitting a whopping 14+ million euro revenue in 2023. Let's have a look back. I mean, it started not where we are now. So back in the time, and Gerhard knows about it way better than I do, 2005, we had about 3.8 million euros of revenue. And then what we can see here, which is really interesting, in 2009 we had the crisis, you know, the financial crisis. But what happened back in the time was we grew out of it. The whole market grew out of it. And then, of course, in 2011, 10-ish, we introduced iMachining, which helped us to skyrocket in our sales. 2020, we all know it, there is the Corona icon on it. It was a tough time for us, but also for our customers. But our customers, they realized really quickly that in those tough times, you need to invest. You need to invest in tools that will help you when the market is growing again. So we saw that we grew out of it. And this was, you know, why everything we did was changed to digital. We did digital trainings. We did online seminars, online marketing. And this is what is really important for a company, to be flexible, because you have to adapt to the market needs. Let's talk about how the employees grew in SolidCAM GmbH. 2005, it was just 12 employees. Again, Gerhard will know it way better than I do. But we grew. We grew year by year. We scaled the company. And right at the moment, we are at 83 staff. And now I would like to show you something really incredible. When we added more people, we could increase our sales. Of course, you have to add the right people at the right time, the right talented people. But sales and revenue, sales and employees, they go side by side. They correlate with each other. The German team itself, as I mentioned, 83 people. And those 83 people are divided by segments, of course. What I would like to emphasize is that the management of SolidCAM GmbH is fairly small but powerful. Our administration, our bench managers, tech and sales are well divided. So we have a really good balance between all those departments, and they need to work hand in hand together. That means only if your team works really hand in hand and try to push our SolidCAM solution, it will work. So thank you for the German team for being that powerful. Also thank you for the German team watching us from home. Customers. At the end, as we already referred, the customers are our managers. But the customers are facing really problems out there. And sometimes I say to myself, okay, we have to change the perspective. We need to think as a customer because they are facing challenges day by day. And most of us, they're coming out of a machine shop, so we know the problems. The parts getting more complex. You know, there are not just easy parts anymore, really complex ones. The machines itself, I mean, we all know how complex a Swiss-type machine is, or an Index, or a CTX. Complex machine that nobody in the machine shop can actually utilize to its full potential. So the batches getting smaller, the available skilled workers are not there anymore. The delivery times are shorter and shorter. Energy gets more expensive, and at the end, everything becomes more expensive. But what is important, we have answers. We have answers to our customers that raise these questions to us. Let's go through them. I think they're very, very important. When parts are getting more complex, use SolidCAM. It will help you. When the machines get more complex, use SolidCAM. It's easy. When the batch is getting smaller, use SolidCAM. You are more efficient. Skilled workers, the skilled workers you have left, they need to use SolidCAM because it will help them being faster, being more efficient. Delivery times, the same. Use iMachining. Get there faster. The price war itself, you need to be more competitive. And at the end, electricity, you know, less machining time, less energy, and everything becomes more expensive. Okay, we cannot solve everything, right? Let's have a look at what our customers today say about SolidCAM. Say about SolidCAM GmbH.
viele, die damit liebäugeln, vielleicht in einen Maschinenhersteller zu wechseln, dass das kein Problem ist, wenn du mit SolidCAM arbeitest, dass man...
Die Steuerung vollkommen egal.
Genau. Und das ist es nämlich.
Im gleichen Zuge hat SolidCAM auch sich so eine Maschine ins Trainingszentrum eingestellt, sodass wir auch parallel arbeiten konnten. Es war auch ein Erfolgserlebnis, eine Win-Win-Situation für beide Parteien, für SolidCAM, aber auch für die Firma Dopcon. Wir haben bis dato einen sehr guten Support von SolidCAM erhalten. Die Wege sind relativ kurz, die sind ja hier in Schramberg. Ein kurzer Anruf genügt, also das funktioniert, also der Support ist einwandfrei.
Seit ungefähr 3 Jahren programmieren wir bei uns die Drehfräsbearbeitung und jetzt auch die CNC-Langdreher komplett mit SolidCAM. Aufwendige Konturen, die früher mit Formfräsern hergestellt wurden, fräsen wir heute problemlos mit Einmaschinen und 3D-Jobs.
Mit unseren über 600 verschiedenen Instrumenten aus verschiedenen Disziplinen ist es unser Anspruch, den Kundenwünschen in Bezug auf Qualität, MDR, Dokumentation und hohe Lieferfähigkeit immer zufriedenzustellen. Die große Chance, die SolidCAM bietet, ist die Fertigung von komplexen Geometrien und Formen, die zuvor nur durch aufwendiges Programmieren und teure Formfräser möglich war.
Ich habe heute nicht mehr nur die einfachen Drehteile, sondern du hast immer irgendwo eine Fräsoption, sei es irgendwo eine Tasche, eine Fläche noch irgendwo an einem Teil. Und natürlich kann ich mit dem SolidCAM, dadurch, dass ich alles 1:1 an meinem 3D-Modell abklicke, Programmierfehler wirklich eigentlich auf ein Minimum runter reduzieren. Und das ist halt richtig, richtig cool.
Wir sind auch nach wie vor dankbar und froh darüber, dass wir so einen genialen Support von der Firma SolidCAM erhalten, um einfach auch einen gewissen Background oder eine Art Versicherung zu haben, sollte mal am morgigen Tag irgendwas schiefgehen, da schnell Hilfe zu bekommen.
Um das effizient zu gestalten und zu programmieren, dass auch keine Bewegungen unnötig sind oder Wartezeiten vorhanden sind, die uns nur Geld kosten, können wir das mit SolidCAM in einer Kanalsynchronisation so optimiert darstellen, dass wir die bestmögliche Zeit für unser Bauteil generieren können.
Ja, die Komplexität der Teile nimmt zu und hier werden vor allem jetzt auch immer mehr Lösungen von SolidCAM benötigt. Unsere Vorrichtungen und Aufnahmen konstruieren wir mit SolidWorks. Programmiert werden mit SolidCAM die 2D, die 3D, die 5-Achs-Simultan Bearbeitung, aber auch mit unserer Index C200 und dem neuen Drehfräszyklus eben diese Indexmaschine. Vor allem aufgrund der zunehmenden Komplexität der Maschinen, aber auch, wie gesagt, der Artikel, stehen die Vorzeichen hinsichtlich der Zusammenarbeit mit SolidCAM ganz klar auf Wachstum.
So, bottom line, more complex machines, more complex parts, but the best support and the best software, which is truly amazing. So let's have a look how a typical machine shop looked 15 years ago. This was actually the time when I left the machine shop I was working in. You know, you had a lot of machines, but you also had, on every machine, there was a skilled worker. That means everybody was able to run the machine. Then, back in the time, the batch sizes were big. So you set up the machine 1 time a week, it will run for 5 days. Now, this changed. So the planning horizon back in the time 15 years ago were 3 years. So companies were able to plan. They were able to plan how their machine are used. Skilled workers, as I mentioned, you could find them almost everywhere. The need for automation was low. I mean, we saw robots back in the time collecting dust in the corner. And the need for a CAM system, of course, there was CAM 15 years ago, but mainly just for milling. But as we all know, it changed. And let's have a look at a typical machine shop today. This guy is now alone, and he has to run 7 machines, which is truly, truly not easy for him. So the batch sizes are smaller now. You have to set up the machine 6, 7, 8 times a week, and this needs to be fully automated. So his new coworkers are orange. But this happens for a reason, because we cannot find skilled workers out there anymore. So those people who are left in the machine shop, they need sophisticated tools. They need tools like SolidCAM to be more efficient, to get their whole machine shop running. And let's focus a little bit more why the need for a CAM system is now more on milling and Milton and Swiss. Because those machines are complex. Even if you have one guy who can control all those machines, he will struggle, because he cannot be everywhere. So we need to put the knowledge of all those guys into the software and use this guy who is experienced enough to run the machine and help him. And let's compare what is on the market now that can support Milton. I mean, we can talk openly about competition, because at the end, competition is what makes it really interesting. And we are looking on this pyramid only from a Milton perspective, because this is the really big niche we are in. And we divided it in 4 segments. So there is basic Milton, which is just easy, XZ, maybe there is living tools on it. Then there is medium Milton, mid-high, and then there is high-end Milton. And what a SolidCAM presentation would it be if we would not be on the top? But let's talk about it. Fusion. We all know it. It's really, really known in the market. I talked to those guys who sell Fusion, and they told me, wait, we are not doing Milton. We cannot support it. And of course, this is our chance to really grow even more in this Milton segment. Then there is Hypermill, Mastercam, and CAMWorks. All of those companies are good in milling, and we all know that. But when it comes down to Milton, they barely support the back spindle. Even they have no really utilized functionality in the software to push the part from the main to the back spindle. That means they can do toolpaths, but that's it. They have no channel synchronization. And when it comes down to Milton, of course, you need channel synchronization. Then, of course, TopSolid, Esprit, and XCAM, we heard that a few of them already got sold. Still, those software companies, they can do Milton, but for some reason, they stopped developing it, they made mistakes in their strategy, and then there is the top. This is SolidCAM. And I still remember the first time, I think it was 2011, when I was walking to a machine shop. It was one of my first 2-channel machines. By the way, I started here as a post-processor technician, and I was standing in front of the machine almost crying, because I had no idea how to run the machine, how to do a post-processor for it. And then our development team did something amazing. During a few years, we got all the tools we needed to support those really complex machines. MCOs, channel synchronization, access patterns, everything we need to support those machines. And when we go to a machine shop these days, I can proudly say that there is no single machine in the machine shop that we are not able to control, which is amazing. So thank you to the development team for making this journey possible. Of course, it's jumping, yeah. So give me 4 reasons for you that makes us the best CAM system in the world. First of all, it's the product. We have evolved to be more than just a software company. Everything we do is software plus service, plus training. Now, we also added the additive sector, so we can fully help our customer to transform his machine shop in the future of manufacturing. We will talk tomorrow about the additive sector as well, because CNC and additive, they will grow together in the next couple of years, and we are here to help them. The second would be to have the right technical and sales team. All our people speak machine shop. When you talk to a guy out of a machine shop, they speak a different language. They think differently because they face challenges every day in a machine shop. So when you know how to talk to them, when you speak their language, you are having a way easier time selling them software and helping them getting more productive in the machine shop. Customer-centric philosophy. We heard it so many times today, but it is true. I remember the first time when Emil called me, he was like, oh, there is this one customer who needs something. I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's try to understand what this customer needs. And in record-breaking time, we developed it. And this is customer-centric. Listen to the customer, listen to the market, and adapt our software to match those requirements on the market. Third, the right partners and resellers. I mean, you guys are the resellers, right? You are doing an amazing job out there trying to push SolidCAM where it belongs, which is on the top. But also partners are so important. We are partnering with every big name out there. We heard about Citizen, Star, and all those partners, but there are way more. There is no single machine tool manufacturer left that is not partnering with us, because we are the only company today that can really utilize the full potential of their machines. At the end, the right strategy. When you're selling something to a customer, you need to take care of him, right? You're not just selling it, go away, and that's it. So we try to keep the long relationships with our customers, which I do think is really important. Our team in Germany, they really live and breathe this approach, and this helps our customers to trust us, and the word will spread. SolidCAM is there for you, not just for selling you something, but to support you. At the end, the last summit, we talked about how to beat our competition, and one of the answers that we got was we need to make more cutting videos, more simultaneous 5-axis cutting videos. Well, we did it. Enjoy the video. No, we just saw the slogan, limitless possibilities. And SolidCAM is today limitless possibilities. So at the end, I would like to end it with a quote because I really like it. If everyone is moving forward together, success will take care of itself. And this is the case. And, let's wait. the collaboration happens between all of us, happens between us and the customer. So use those days, talk to us, engage, exchange your thoughts, and let us make SolidCAM the best product in the world.